Hello students and welcome to my channel. Today we shall do your chapter 3 nouns. Now first, before we go over to try out one, let us understand what is a noun. A noun, as we know, is the name of any person, animal, place or thing. Now nouns can be classified into different heads like your proper nouns, common nouns, collective nouns and abstract nouns. Now, before we go over to the exercise, let us understand in detail what is a proper noun. Proper noun is the name of any particular place, person, or thing. Like, for example, London or your William Shakespeare. These are all the names of a particular person or a thing or a place. So, these are called proper nouns. Next, what is a common noun? Common noun is a noun that names people, place, or thing in general. For example, any language like Hindi, English, etc. These are all your common nouns. Next, what is a collective noun? Collective noun means a collection of people or things taken together and it is spoken of as a whole. Next, what is a abstract noun? Now, coming from the word abstract means it is the name of some quality, state, or idea. Now, abstract nouns can also be formed from adjectives. For example, from the adjective brave is formed the abstract noun bravery. From the adjective equal is formed the abstract noun equality. Now, they can also be formed from verbs. Like from the verb invite, you can get the abstract noun invitation. Abstract nouns can also be formed from common nouns. Like from child, you can have the abstract noun childhood. So these are how abstract nouns are formed from adjectives, verbs, and common nouns. Now, students, we shall do the tryout one. Underline the nouns and tell their types. Number one, beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder. Now, here first we need to identify what are the nouns and then underline them and then tell their types. So, beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder. First noun is beauty, second is your eyes, and third is your beholder. Now, beauty comes from the word beautiful. So this is a abstract noun because beauty is something which we cannot touch or hold. Now it is just showing the quality or the property of being. So it is an abstract noun. Beauty is the abstract noun which is coming from the adjective beautiful. Next, lies in the eyes of the beholder. Eyes is a common noun. Beholder is also a common noun. Next, number two, his anger destroyed everything. Now, here, what is the noun over here? Anger, which is coming, if this anger is a abstract noun, which is coming from angry. So, underline anger over here. And in the first question, underline beauty, eyes, and beholder. Second, his anger destroyed everything. Underline anger is your abstract noun over here. Next, number three. There was a troop of monkeys in the zoo. Now, troop of monkeys. Monkeys is a class of animals. And what is the word given for this collection of monkeys? It is called troop. So, underline the word troop of monkeys is your abstract noun. And in the zoo, zoo is your common noun. If you give a particular name to the zoo, then it becomes a proper noun. But since over here it is only mentioned in the zoo, so zoo is your common noun. Number four, London is a beautiful city. London and city. London is a proper noun. City is a common noun. Number five, tourists like visiting the colorful Rajasthan. Tourist is your common noun. Rajasthan is your proper noun because it is a particular name of a place, of a state. Number six, a fleet of ships left the harbor. Fleet of ships, a collection of ships is called a fleet of ships. So it is your collective noun. So underline fleet of ships. Left the harbor. Which harbor? We do not know the name of the harbor. So harbor is your common noun. Number seven, my brother is a doctor. Brother is your it will be your common noun. is a doctor is again a common noun. Next, 8. Ria often misses her college. Ria and college. Underline these two. Ria is a proper noun. College is a common noun. Because we do not know the name of a college, it is any college. So her college is a common noun. And Ria, we know the name of the person. So Ria is your proper noun. Number 9. She gazed at the stars. Next, stars is your common noun. Next, number 10. Her actions caused a lot of embarrassment to her parents. Her actions caused a lot of embarrassment to her parents. Now, embarrassment again comes from the word embarrass. So, embarrassment is the abstract noun over here. Please underline it. And parents is your common noun. Next, we will go over to try out 2. But before going over to try out 2, which is fill in the blanks with collective nouns, like I explained, what are collective nouns? They are a collection of things or people, or these kind of nouns are called as your collective nouns. Next, a dash of geese flew over the sea. I've given the answers here, students. You can just go through it. A gaggle of geese, troop of dancers, a pack of wolves, and so on. Next, we will go over to, you have to memorize these. Prior to, you have to memorize all these things. Like answers of prior to have to be memorized. Now, students, I just wanted to mention one thing over here. In your army of soldiers, number 6, a dash of soldiers was moving towards the battlefield. The answer is an army of soldiers, not a army of soldiers. So that also you have to keep in mind. What article will be used before the answer? Next, try out 3. Now, is the underlined noun countable or uncountable? Now, students, before we do this exercise, let us understand what are countable nouns and what are uncountable nouns. Now, the nouns that are single in number or one is singular and more than one is plural. So, if we can count it, it is called as a countable noun. And if we cannot count it, then it is called as uncountable noun. Now, I'll give you a few examples like salt. Now, they are grains of salt. Can you measure, can you count each and every grain of salt? You cannot. So, you say a kg of salt. But grain of salt cannot be measured. So, salt is an uncountable noun. Now, let us go over to this exercise. Number 1, the child fell asleep quickly after a busy day of fun. One child, so countable. Number 2, don't put your hand in the bucket, the water is hot. Water, uncountable noun. We can only measure water in liters, but we cannot count how many drops of water are there. So it is uncountable. Next, immediately the fire engines reach the spot. Number of fire engines can be counted, so it is your countable noun. Number 4, we bought huge drums to store water. Number of drums can be counted, so countable noun. Number 5, I love butter on my stuffed parathas. Now, butter, you cannot count how much of butter is there. You can just weigh butter in grams. So, butter is your uncountable noun. Number 6, how many people from our area cast their votes? We can definitely count the number of people. So, people is your countable noun. Number 7, most kids like milk, but my brother hates it. Milk can only be measured in liters. It cannot be counted how many drops of milk are there. So milk is again your uncountable noun. Number 8. I like to paint the pottery which is made from clay. Clay is again mitti. You cannot count each grain of sand in the clay. So that is a uncountable noun. Number 9. Maya's thoughts are full of wisdom. Now wisdom here is your uncountable noun. Wisdom is an abstract noun. It cannot be counted. It can only be spoken about. Number 10. I was feeling choked by the smoke in the room. Smoke, you cannot count how much smoke is there in the room, right? You can just say that the room was filled with smoke, a lot of smoke. So, smoke is an uncountable noun here. Next, we go over to your tryout 4. Identify the noun phrases in the following sentences. But before that, students, let us understand what are noun phrases. A noun phrase is a group of words which will function as a noun. A noun phrase can be the subject or object of the verb. Now, usually, what is the subject or object of the verb? It is your noun. But what is being said? A noun phrase can be the subject or object of the verb. It can also be the object of a preposition. For example, his father wished to speak to the headmaster. Now, which is the verb here, students? It is speak. And who is the object here? Headmaster. Who is the subject? His father. Now, what have we said? That the noun phrase can be the object of the preposition. So, here the verb is speak, and the object of the verb here is headmaster. So it is also a group of small words which will contain a noun. Like for speak to the headmaster, it is a small group of words which contains the noun headmaster along with modifying words for that noun. And the noun phrase, students, you have to always remember that it will act like the subject or object of the verb, of the sentence. Now let us go on to number one. I wish to meet him soon. What do we have to first keep in mind? That a noun phrase can be the subject or object of the verb. I wish to meet him soon. Now, which is the verb here? Wish. So, a noun phrase has to be the subject or object of the verb. So, wish, what am I wishing? To meet him soon. So, to meet him soon will become your noun phrase, which is containing the subject him. So, I hope it is clear to you. First, identify the verb. What is the verb? Uh, Whether it is identifying your subject or object. Then find out the noun phrase accordingly. I wish. Wish is your verb. To meet him soon is the noun phrase. Number two, I thought of helping him. What is the subject thinking? Thought. Now, of helping him. He thought of helping him. So, of helping him is your noun phrase. Number three, did you like listening to the song? Now, like is your verb, listening to the song is your noun phrase. What did you like? Listening to the song. Number four, the girl didn't want to go out. The girl did not want to go out. Now, did not want is your verb. And what is the noun phrase after it? To go out. So first identify the verb and then you will find out the what the verb is actually trying to do, according whether it is modifying the subject or the object in the noun phrase. So over here, the girl is being modified, and what is being said about her in the noun phrase is that the girl didn't want to go out. So to go out is your noun phrase. Fine. Saints prefer staying alone. Now, prefer is your now staying alone is your staying is your verb. Okay, your staying is your verb. Now, what is it? What am I speaking about? Which subject? We are speaking about saints. So here your noun phrase is saints prefer staying alone. So staying alone is your noun phrase because it is modifying the saints prefer noun. Number six, the girl was accused of theft. Now, what is being spoken about here about the girl? That she was accused of theft. So the noun phrase, which is telling us something about the girl, is accused of theft. The girl was accused of theft. So accused of theft is your answer. Number seven, the girl requested for a leave. So requested is your verb. What did she request for? For a leave. So the answer is for a leave. Number eight, to say such words is really disgraceful. Now, what is the verb over here? Really disgraceful. So, to say such words is your noun phrase over here. Next, critical thinking, try out five. Find the noun clause in each sentence and write its numbers in the given box. Now, students, this is noun clause. In the first thing we had done noun phrases. So, over here, I did not know that fertilizer is different from manure. Now, as we know that every sentence has a subject and a predicate. Over here, what we need to do is we need to find out what the clause is over here and what is the noun clause over here. Now, I did not know is your point number one. that fertilizer is different from manure. So which is the noun clause over here, students? It is your part 2. That fertilizer is different from manure is your answer. Number 2. The farmer said that he was busy with the sowing. So the farmer includes your noun, and which is the clause which is talking about the farmer? That he was busy with the sow. Therefore, your clause which is modifying the noun farmer is he was busy with the sowing. Number 3. The farmer's son saw that damaged seeds were floating on the water surface. Farmer's son noun. Now, what is the clause related to farmer's son? That damaged seeds were floating on the water surface. The farmer's son saw that damaged seeds were floating on the water surface. So, that damaged seeds were floating on the water surface is your noun clause. Number 4. That maize is a kharif crop is known to everyone. That maize is a kharif crop is known to everyone. Now, here is known to everyone is your noun phrase, but which is the noun clause? That maize is a kharif crop. Next, number 5. The laborer asked if he could skip weeding. The laborer is your noun here. Asked if he could skip weeding is your noun clause over here. So with this, we come to the end of your chapter, nouns. If you have any doubts, please let me know in the comment section. I will definitely try to clear them. If you like my channel, students, please like, share and subscribe and keep the notification button on so that whenever I post a new video, it is notified to you. Kindly subscribe, students, and thank you.